If you click on this video, I'll probably suggest you want to develop some money habits which will eventually help you to become financially stable in life. In this video, I want to highlight 7 strong financial habits that each and every individual should keep in order to become successful in life, or in order to attain the goals or the desires that we seek to achieve. These 7 strong habits, I usually term it as 7 strong pillars to become successful in the financial realm. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. So the first money habit is for you to pay yourself. In the book called The Richest Man in Babylon, which is written by George Clason, the king of Babylon summoned the richest man in the town, which happens to be Arkad. And one of the advices the king gave to Arkad was that at the end of the year or at the end of the month, whatever income that you made for yourself, make sure 1/10 of it comes to yourself. Make sure you keep 10% of every earnings that you make at the end of the month or at the end of the year. With this kind of discipline, if you adopt this habit, at the end of the day, it will keep you closer to attaining your goal, and at the end of the day, it will eventually help you to become financially stable. The second strong financial habit we'll be talking about is for you to learn how to budget. One of the strong budget principles is the 50-30-20 rule. And the 50-30-20 rule states that at the end of the month, whatever the income that you receive for yourself, make sure 50% of the income goes to your basic needs, which include your food, your shelter, your clothing, and any other thing. And the 30% that you reserve, make sure it goes to things that come with fulfillment, either entertainment, either personal development, either buying courses, or anything that has to do with your personal development or something that gives you joy in life. And the 20% of the budget should go into investment. 20% of the money that you are receiving at the end of the month or at the end of the year, make sure it goes to investing in stocks, investing in mutual fund, fixed deposit, investing for long term, something that will give you leverage in the long run. And if you are able to adapt this second rule, at the end of the day, it will give you an upper hand over 99% of people in the entire world, which will eventually lead us to the third money habit. And the third money habit is for you to invest early. One of the greatest people in finance and one of the richest people in the entire world is Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett once said one of the things that made him to become successful is for him to invest early in life. Warren Buffett started investing when he was just 11 years old. And he stated that one of the things that eventually made him to understand the scope of the financial world and which eventually made him to become successful is because he started investing early. Today, Warren Buffett is able to receive huge sums of dividends from companies that he invested early in. So as a young person coming up, one of the best things that you can do for yourself is to always invest. If you get money at the end of the day, you need to put part of the money and invest it in either stocks or any other thing. If you are able to invest early, it will give you the leverage to have an upper hand over people who invest less or who invest in their 50s or their 60s. I know a lot of people will be like, why will I struggle to invest when I barely live on a paycheck to paycheck? I want to tell you that investing or putting money aside is not only for the richest people. The little you can do by investing will eventually help you in future. It's not a rich man or a rich person that can invest. At the end of the day, you can automate the income or whatever little money that you are receiving to your investment platforms, and it will eventually grow to become something that will compound to something big. It doesn't take much to become an investor. As little as any amount of money that you have, you can start and it will eventually lead to something bigger and better in future. So make sure the little amount of money you have, you start investing in index funds, you start investing in mutual funds, you start investing in ETFs, because at the end of the day, if you know that the money you are receiving, you won't be able to use it to buy real estate, you won't be able to use it to buy a stock of a company. You can start by investing in index funds. And if you are able to do this, at the end of the day, you eventually become a great person or someone who will benefit from investing early, and it will give you one of the strong leverage you have in life. And the fourth money habit that I want us to adopt is for you to have multiple streams of income. One of the things or one of the best things you can do for yourself is to fortify yourself against economic peril. At the end of the day, let's assume that you have 3, 4, 5 source of income. In case one of the sources of income is not able to work enough for you, one other source of income will keep you going. An average multimillionaire has 6, 7 sources of income that keeps him running, because at the end of the day, when one source of income is blocked, the other one will keep him against any eventualities that is coming on his way. So one of the things you can do as an individual is for you to diversify your source of income. So let's take it for instance, if you are a teacher where you teach and you earn salary at the end of the month, you can also try to add additional source of income by recording yourself or your teaching and put it out there on YouTube to receive money at the end of the day. Or better still, you can organize extra class for students where you'll be able to receive some money at the end of the day. Or better still, you can write books or good books at the end of the day to put it out there or to sell it out there to get sources of income. Don't rely only on the monthly income that you are receiving. You need to diversify your sources of income, because once one is blocked, so let's assume that one is blocked at the end of the day, your monthly salary is blocked at the end of the day, the income that you are receiving from the extra class or the YouTube channel, or probably what you are receiving from the sales of the book, at the end of the day will keep you moving without you coming to be stranded at the end of the day. The fifth money habit that we'll be talking about is for you to build strong network and relationships. According to Napoleon Hill, a mastermind group is a group that you can rely on or you can fall on to achieve whatever dreams that you have in life. One of the greatest inventors was Henry Ford, and Henry Ford didn't just achieve his milestone all by himself. Henry Ford himself wasn't formally educated or have this kind of exceptional entrepreneurial mindset, or being a first class engineer that made him to become one of the best brands in the automotive industry. He relied on his circle in order to become one of the successful people in this industry. And today, Henry Ford is remembered as one of the successful people who has been able to develop and build a successful brand in the automotive industry. So as an individual, one of the things that you need to do is for you to build a strong network and build a strong connection. At the end of the day, whatever circle that you have should be a circle that you can rely on to achieve any dream that you set for yourself or any goal that you set for yourself. This leads us to our seed money habit, and the seed money habit is for you to set clear financial goals. One of the best things you can do for yourself is for you to clearly state your financial goals and your ambitions. If you are seeking to achieve financial freedom, then one of the best things you can do for yourself is for you to set clear financial goals. And in the financial goals, you can further goals down and break them down into smaller goals where you'll be able to achieve it easily. So the greatest things you can do for yourself is for you to write them down, clearly state the goals that you want to achieve, and record the goals as you move on to achieve those goals. So for instance, if you have a goal to save at least 1,000 Ghana cedis every month, then one of the things you can do is for you to clearly state, this is the goal I have for myself. At the end of the month, I will be saving 1,000 Ghana cedis, and this is where the money will be coming from. This is the income where I will be receiving the money from. And secondly, at the end of the week, you can further goes down to clearly state that at the end of the week, I should be able to save at least 250 Ghana cedis in order to meet my monthly target. This, if you set clear goals for yourself, at the end of the day, you are one step ahead of everybody, or you are one step ahead in achieving your financial goals. And the last and one of the most powerful money habits you need to develop is for you to continue learning. Warren Buffett goes on to state that one of the best things or one of the greatest investments you can ever make is for you to invest in yourself. He said he has a strong conviction that with the necessary education and the necessary habits, every individual can become whatever that they seek to achieve in their mind. And education is one of the most important things, or one of the single things that can lead you to become whatever that you want to achieve for yourself. But unfortunately, when we state education, a lot of people usually misunderstood education by formal education, as in going to school to achieve a degree or to do a diploma or going to the university or to study for a master's program. No, it's not just formal education. Self-education is very important. At the end of the day, once you achieve or you seek to achieve the degrees and all that, you should also develop yourself in the important areas. Listen to podcasts, listen to news, knows what is going on, listen to interviews. At the end of the day, read books, develop yourself, and you become unstoppable. Try new concepts, try new things that will work out for you, and continue to learn in the career direction that you seek to go to. And let me remind you that personal education or personal development is one of the things that will put you ahead of 99% of other people in life. My name is Hamdawe, and if you enjoyed this video, kindly put on the subscribe button, and also don't forget to like and also comment and put on the notification bell as we grow this community together. Cheers.